I'm Shannon Oyewale. I'm a registered nurse. I live in Mansfield, Texas, and I am married, and we have one child, Camden, who's 3, and I'm a breast cancer survivor, stage 3. The very first time I thought something wrong, I was breastfeeding our son. He was born January of 2015, and I stayed at home with him for 8 months. And when he was about 3 or 4 months old, he stopped wanting to eat on the right breast. And so with that happening, I was like, something's not right. You know, I'm a nurse, so that nursing instinct kicks in. I started thinking about mastitis, and I don't have infection, I don't have redness, you know, so it's not that. I started thinking about breast cancer, of course, so I was looking at different signs and symptoms, but I didn't have any pain, which concerned me. The doctor did an ultrasound, and then he goes, we're gonna go ahead and do a mammogram. Did that. He said it looks pretty suspicious. So then the next week, we did biopsies.
I think she knew something was wrong when she was breastfeeding, and she knew to continue to answer those questions. So that is why it's so important for women to not ignore those symptoms, even if someone's telling you, oh, it's just a clogged milk duct.
The results came back 2 days later, which was February 11th, and it was invasive ductal carcinoma. When anybody tells you have cancer, it's overwhelming and your whirlwind starts. But you know, after that first week, I kind of just said, you know, you better pull up your pants. You are a medical professional. You know what this stuff means. You know what these tests are going to be. You know what to expect, and you have a choice to do it or you have a choice not to. Well, we had our one, and you know, we just told ourselves that if that's what we were meant to have, that's what we're meant to have, and that's okay. But at the same time, there's a part where when you're told that's going to be taken away, it's kind of hard.
When she came to see me after her MRI was done, and telling her that, you know, her majority of her whole entire breast was cancer, was really emotional. I had to tell her, and she brought her little kid in with her, and sitting there telling them this story and what the diagnosis was, and seeing her face just drop was extremely, extremely emotional. But I've never seen so much courage in my life.
I was looking up my meds and the side effects and whatnot, you know, all that information. So I felt like I had a little bit of an edge that way, but the cancer didn't care, you know, it's still there, and I still needed help in other situations, because just because I have it and I know what's going on doesn't mean it makes me any more able to fight it. I still lost my hair, I still wanted to go find a wig, I still, you know, was trying to figure out my appetite and what I needed to eat, and you know, you look for financial help even though my husband, you know, works full-time and I kept working full-time, but he was in a dual master's program and we had a child, and you know, so we had a lot on our plate. So you still have to reach out for all those resources, and if I was somebody who didn't have that education or wasn't that medical professional, you know, I would probably be a little more overwhelmed than what I was, because you don't even know what to ask sometimes, or you don't even know where to start. You're just given this and you're told to do it, and you don't know any different. So you have financial responsibility, and you have, I mean, there's emotional support, there's just people out there that have been through it that can help you just cope. I mean, having somebody to talk to that's been through it is invaluable, because they've been there, they know these feelings that you might be having, and that's why I feel like I've always been a supporter of the Komen Foundation, but I'm such a stronger supporter now because I see what they can do.
Susan G. Komen, Dallas County says, know your girls. Really, know your girls, because that's really what helped Shannon.